Welcome. My name is Brad Dawson, author of The Disruptive Warrior, The Hero's Journey to Corporate Actualization. This video series, Business Bites, is focused on helping the next business ownership generation learn the new ways to attain business and personal success. Today's topic, starting a very different conversation. If you've been following me for any period of time, you know that I have recently published a book, The Disruptive Warrior, The Hero's Journey to Corporate Actualization. And if you haven't purchased it yet, head over to Amazon and get yourself a copy. Now, as the next step in my book distribution process, I've been setting up meetings with former clients and colleagues to provide them with a copy of my book, as well as get an update on their activities to date. In some cases, I haven't seen these individuals for nearly 2 decades, so I was unsure as to their responses. The genesis of this video is based on the content from those recent conversations. The good news is that nearly everyone I reached out to was willing to meet. However, what I found somewhat enlightening was their expectation of the visit. For at some point in every meeting, each individual asked the same question: why are you here? At first I was stunned and stumbled over the answer that included seeing how they had been doing over the last several years. But they were expecting something very different. They were expecting a sales ask. What dawned on me very quickly was that I had only interacted with these clients as a salesperson and not as a fully engaged human being. I was always looking to close a sale, and in their minds cared little about them personally. Well, that was eye-opening and found me questioning all the professional relationships that I had entered into over my career. And upon reflection, they may have seemed one-sided. Even though I had entertained many of them at my house and interacted with them on what I perceived to be non-sales activities. Yet, their perceptions were different, across the board. Now, armed with this knowledge, I've dedicated myself to interacting with people on a very different basis, starting a very different conversation with them, if you will. Going forward, my objective is not to ask for a sale, although I won't turn one down if it pops up. Instead, my objective will be to find out that individual's unique characteristic, the one thing that they do better than anyone else. And with that knowledge, seek to find ways to celebrate their gift within my world. Think about the ramifications of such a dialogue. For business leaders, they could find employees who better fit their organizational needs versus relying solely on filling outdated position description categories, and allow employees to leverage a far larger percentage of their skills as opposed to the current practice of only utilizing a very small piece of an individual's passions. Granted, this approach will wreak havoc with organization structures, which in these changing times may actually be a good thing. Further, where individuals are able to leverage more of their unique skills, it is possible to increase employee retention and overall employee engagement. Hey, I'm convinced this approach makes sense, and I'm putting it to the test. All individuals that cross my path are in for a very different conversation. It will be about them and not me. It will be about finding out the real reason each person is on this earth. Will you join me in a very different conversation? Will you start having very different conversations with your connections, employees, and those new strangers who cross your path every day? Thank you for taking time to view this video. I encourage you to go to Amazon and order your copy of The Disruptive Warrior. In addition, if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you again.